the temperature for them see. Me know the man fi but friend me fi enemy. Yo, I pass me see people around me so plenty, but me pocket na empty, me need space so long.
Them the life is see the use them healthy and wealthy. So before them help with them belt with them bench. Got to use some senti and them be a medsi. Build up mama house and buy the Benz them and Bentley.
Same way so me see the enemy a protest. Oh, and him could come the closest. No, I can feel still I do the mostest. I want me to put in the work and just the process.
Put me trust in a judge because him know best. Remember the days them when me close less. Man I pre-progress, work hard no rest. Till I beer sweat, clear the wheel make sister.
Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrics constructor. Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrical doctor. Tell them to give me no limit. No, them say coffee but you a whole midget. Bro, but when me spit lyrics me don't fidget with it. Sure did it, call with it like me gold dig it. Bro,
give her the mic and give her 4 minutes. Yeah, and just listen while she flow lyrics. Yeah, coffee and the coffee, me said no gimmick. She a pro with the treat you.
Hi.
yeah. Can't ball in a can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
To us, yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we course.
Testing.
Oh, in a
Mic
right
check
now.
1, 2.
Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life
Testing.
my thank-
Mic check 1, 2. Testing.
Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends we take off the below. One time did sit down in a class and we court then only set the road and we go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing, and you know it found out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing, yeah, see me all diggy soon get the higher ring like hello brother. Me say I had to shut ya, saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your
So, Joshua, we can't start the show without bringing in the Lord into this. So, we're going to ask Mr. Andre Baker to do the opening prayer.
Thank you, Miss James. Thank you, Mr. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. Mr. Gordon. Thank you. All right, everyone. So I'd like to thank you for joining us today. And I want to take this opportunity to greet you in the mighty name of Jesus. All right? So first, as Miss James said, nothing can be done or should be done without first introducing the Lord. All right? So I want you to bow your heads in reverence while I take us to the throne of grace. Most righteous and eternal Father, we come to you this afternoon, Lord, giving you thanks and praise. Thanking you for life. Thanking you for health. Thanking you for strength. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here today, Lord. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to grace so many students. Thank you for giving us a chance and the blessing to help and to guide students in their challenges. Lord, I want to thank you for providing for us. Whatever the case might be, thank you for bringing us through. Thank you for making a way when there seemed to be no way. Thank you for all that you've been doing. Thank you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for all the blessings that we will receive, blessings that we have no idea of. I want to thank you now. Thank you for whatever you're going to do for us. I hope that today's proceedings will go smoothly. And we want to just invite you into our midst now, dear Lord. I want you to bless each and every one of us here. Guide us, protect us. These and other mercies I ask. In your name, amen.
Thank you so much.
All right, so today we'll be having some robust discussions.
Yeah, with some amazing students, and they're all from this faculty.
Faculty of FELS, yes.
Yeah.
And we have some giveaways in store.
Yeah, from we regular, we have to give it to the dome.
Yeah, so and this wouldn't have happened without our sponsors.
Alright, so this event is sponsored by
AC Challenges Foundation,
876 Glass,
Tropical Kisses,
Pex Organics,
SS Skins,
Zilla,
Kemarberry Production,
Jamaica Auto Spa,
Durag,
Tenji's Essentials,
and Tatoni's Accessories.
Alright guys, so before we go into the discussion and everything, we're going to have to give away like some gifts. Alright? So this giveaway is sponsored by Pex Organics. You can follow her on IG at Miss_Pex, okay?
It's Miss_Pex. Make sure you get that right, guys. PECKS. Yeah.
Alright, so what we'll be giving away today is a liquid gold turmeric body wash. Alright, so you guys, turmeric is good for the skin and everything. You can go over to Pex Organics, or you can follow the boss herself at Miss_Pex.
And all you have to do is just answer this simple question. And you guys ready? Alright, let's go. So all you have to do is just name one entrepreneur that presented on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. And just win this amazing
comment
thing.
the name of at least one presenter that presented on Tuesday, and you walk away with a gift already.
Simple already, and we should even start on idea already. So today is gonna be an awesome night. Yeah, so we just get right into it.
So let's see if anybody is commenting in the chat.
All right.
I hope you guys were there on Tuesday, so you guys can comment one of the presenters that presented.
Like what happened Tuesday?
Tuesday was really nice. We had some really great entrepreneurs with us and stuff. Yeah, so they were just showing us more about their product and where we could find them and their journey to their
their life as students, entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And today is Thursday, and today is Let's Talk
Thursday.
So, ready to get this show on the road?
Sure, we should.
All right,
so this show is where we as students get to talk about issues that are trending in Jamaica society.
And today we have a panel, and First, we'll have Miss Brenda Johnson,
Johnson, yes, and Mario Brown,
Demaria Hines.
and Demetrius Rowe.
Hines.
So they'll be joining us shortly.
Alright, but before we get into the discussion, we just have a little icebreaker.
True.
Yeah, so just, them look tins.
Yeah.
Alright.
So on stage we have Brenda Johnson and Mr. Demario Hines.
Alright, so.
Send some flame in the chat.
Somebody said something about vaccine. We're not. Hold on. We'll soon get to that. Soon get to that. Alright, we'll do a quick icebreaker, right? And it's this or that. You want to start this off?
Sure. Alright, so the first this or that. You're going to choose whether it's this or that. Alright, so the first one is, would you rekindle a friendship or rekindle a romance?
Give her the mic.
Yeah.
How do we rekindle the romance?
Yeah, I would rekindle it. Because you'd have a little thing going on from before, something a little spicy. So, the friendship, to me, I prefer to rekindle a relationship. Because, a friendship now, the person kind of know everything about you, and from them cross the path is like you don't want to trust them again. But the little romance thingy, I would rekindle that. All right?
Blessings. For me, it would be the same. I would like to rekindle the romance. I believe everyone deserves a second chance, or a third, or fourth.
So your friendship don't deserve a second chance?
Not necessarily, because that person knows the in and outs of you. So the disagreement or the falling out that you would have with that person, it doesn't necessarily make sense to rekindle it, because you would probably even feel awkward.
True. Alright, hold on then. What if you could control time or pause time or rewind time?
I would try to control it because I try to get things done in my own timing. But to go back, that can go on, man. We work with the future. So, a little, so I'd work with my timing. Yeah, man, what you think?
For me, still, I'll probably get in trouble for this. I would definitely pause it and probably take advantage of certain stuff, I guess.
Alright, we'll go Wait, would you rather be poor and happy
or rich and miserable?
You want some first?
Brenda.
Yeah. Poor and happy, or you want a rich man and miserable?
I'll stay poor and happy because me really love my happiness and my little, sense of humor. But me can't bother feel the big house and depressed every day that won't work.
Money can't get happy.
Yeah, but if me still go miserable with the money, it don't make no sense.
You can't go
No, I will stay poor and maybe my sense of humor will allow me to get rich. I can go and set again, do some little, skit and them things there and get rich.
In the media, you see them playing water war with the lockdown and everything.
You understand? Them happy, yeah, and they're poor and them happy, right?
Alright, so thank you for that. So, that was start.
Yeah, so when we set the topics, then we'll start with
Oh, sorry. Go over to FELS on Instagram. Follow at FELS
_tigers and ensure to subscribe on their YouTube channel at FELS Tigers.
Yes. You need to send on your friends and tell them say, it's live right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to start a discussion and we're not there. So
True.
I give them like half a second.
Yeah.
Not too much?
I remember say your friend not have it in a FELS, Friend can't in any faculty. Because this is our wide topics that we'll be talking about, alright?
Alright, so tell them what the topics are.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna talk first about coping with online schools.
And then we just go into COVID-19 vaccine. So those are the two topics that we'll be talking today with Miss Brenda Johnson and Mr. the Mario Hines.
Alright, Brenda, first, just tell us a little bit about yourself. So we can know a little bit about you.
So who is Brenda Johnson?
Okay, so I am Brenda Johnson, a third year student in FELS, the top faculty. Yes, I third. All right, yeah, man. Yes, and I am the owner of PEX Organics, as the host stated earlier. I am a fun person. I love to have open discussions. Yeah, that's why they have me on set now. And yeah, I'm here for it. So
Blessings, everyone. My name is Demaria Hines. I'm a second year student at FELS. About me, really, there isn't as anything that's quite interesting. However, I have artistic abilities. I'm a photographer, and I'm easy to get along with.
So what type of photography do you like?
So my type of photography, I consider them as environmental portraits. I'm quite versatile in my photography, but that's my specific direction. I also do graphic design, and I'm here as well with my brand Zilla. So you can also check that out on Instagram.
And if you guys were on the live on Tuesday, you would have gotten to know him a little bit more,
Yeah, alright, so firstly with you, Miss Brenda, can you just alright, so last year, why you laugh? Yeah, I'm fun now?
yes.
Alright. So now like how the mic up pass the batch of time. I go put it in one place. I put it in one place. So just excuse a little. Mic check. Alright. Yeah. So last year we kinda went fully online with school and stuff like that. How did that take you?
Yeah.
Did it just tell me
I mean,
your feelings about that?
I am a person who love, change and learn how to adapt. So at first it was pretty much okay for me. I, catch on pretty much easily with the lectures and everything. But then I realized that the lectures, they're not trying to find an easier way for us to, feel more comfortable in school. I don't know. They need probably some, developmental session also to allow online learning to be a little more interactive.
But remember that it's new for all of us, so don't you think that's why some of them don't really adapt to certain things already?
No man, but we are adapting, right? And they still need the assignments, they still need everything. So I believe that they can try to adapt as well to the change.
I do
You
understand.
feel like you put too much pressure on them?
Yeah.
Listen,
Because
pressure every day, and they need to remember that pressure will burst pipe.
So Mr. Hines, what do you think about that? How was your experience?
Online school for me has been quite either difficult because of the sake of the area I reside in. But I mean, after a while, you have to adapt to it. Truly. I can't speak for everyone, As I said, it was kind of difficult for me at first, but understanding different procedures, I get more accustomed to it. Regarding the work itself, I mean, it's more tedious because like we get more group work and stuff, and not everyone will interact within the group sessions. So that's baggage in of itself.
And I think the most thing that the phrase that we're used to is, "You guys hearing me now? You guys hearing me?" Because it is depressing.
And why is the mic off and why is the camera off?
camera not on?
We find a little excuse to say we're using data and our microphone is not working. I mean, I use that sometimes, but
Or you guys turn off the Wi-Fi
Yeah, man,
and
and
then
say,
just say,
this-
yeah, just having Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
I think we all go through it, but at least we're champions we're still here, we're not giving up, and we're almost at the end of 1 year of it. So congratulations to all the students out there that are going through online school in this, time. Yeah.
Panoramic.
There's another one.
Alright, so I see just the
The
chat
chats.
blazing up.
Yeah.
There's a fire about to be a fire emoji
Let's
and
go,
something.
Tigers.
So I feel like we give it away a quick credit, what do you think?
Yeah, True, man, true.
Alright. Now, so let's tell them the number.
Alright,
Get
so
on
the
your phone.
first one.
I
This
can
is
participate. I can participate.
No, man.
Oh
We
God.
send credit to your phone already. Just check it.
I won't explain why I didn't.
No,
get it.
just check it. We send more credit to you.
Alright, so this is a lime credit, a flow. $100 flow. So I'm going to call the number, and once you receive this credit, just put a tiger emoji in the chat. Alright? So the numbers are 8, 8, 8, 9, 7, 0, 8, 6, 1, 3, 2, 6,
Let me guess.
1, and you guys can guess the last digit.
1 times 0.
Oh my.
Alright, so let me do that again. So that's 8, 8, 8, 9, 7, 0, 8, 6, 1, 3, 2, 6, 1, and 0. Alright, so if you got it, just send.
I really want to try. I put it press.
So just send a tiger emoji in the chat so we can.
Who's that? FELS tigers. Wow.
Yeah. Coming up with the digits.
So back over to you guys.
Yeah, man.
So, alright, when COVID-19 first came about, like
last year,
what impact did it have on you guys?
Yeah, because I know everybody had to stop everything that they're doing, and
I mean,
yeah.
for me it was kind of rush because you had plans, work and travel plans and everything, and it was like a sudden pause. I mean, you had was to step back and think again what next, and trust me, the first part of it was depressing. I must admit it was. I mean, lock up in your house and
wear masks.
wear masks.
Please wear masks
Listen.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I always look for opportunity in everything. So with the pandemic taking place initially, I decided to start think outside of the box. And with that opportunity, I created my brand Zilla.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I also got different opportunities for my photography. Like I decided to push more because like as she said, the impact of staying in. It was
Depressing.
it was troubling with my anxiety. So I decided to push harder regarding my creativity.
And you mind if I add that I started Pex Organics during the
See,
lockdown?
there's a lot of businesses coming out of this pandemic. So it's a good thing, also a bad thing, but
I believe that this
it's
pandemic
just how you take it.
allowed you to find your true self.
That's true.
If to find out if you're an entrepreneur or
I think it like push persons to their limit.
Yeah,
you're looking
like you're
to
inside.
yourself.
A lot of persons lost their job and all these stuff, so they had to be at home and trying to find something different to come up with income.
Yeah, because I'm sure you didn't
because
think about this, like, say, I really want to do this because of COVID, like.
It was because of COVID, and then I mean, I had the passion, and I started using natural products. Like I was introduced to it by a friend, like about 5 months before, and I was like, okay, I don't have anything to do. Let me try to experiment on something, and Pex Organics.
Wow, that's good. And then you started branching off, because I realized on Tuesday we were, you were one of the sponsors, also today as well. But I went on your Instagram page and I was able to see that you're elevating your business.
Right.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I know you guys see in the media what's going on now with the whole COVID-19 vaccine. It's like everybody's taking it now. Because, when it started, persons were like, oh no, I'm not taking that, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Yeah, or it's going to give me superpowers or whatever. But no, since they said, oh, it's free, everybody gone to take it. Even it was really packed. So what's your thoughts on that?
Like for me, and before we go any further, I can say that Jamaicans, the influential persons, trust me, they have it on Jamaicans because once you see those who you look up to your role model going out taking the vaccine. Like, okay, she take it, she right, let me go and take it. But for me, I don't think I'll ever join that line for the vaccine. Only if it will, like, they say you can't come to work or you can't come to school, you can't live on dorm.
So basically being mandatory only.
Right. That's the only way I'll take it because I have questions. Yes, we can read up. You're a university student, you can read. But what about those who can't read? I think they should use different platforms to educate us about this vaccine. What about if in the next 3 months we cannot get the next dosage? What happens to who took the first one? Will there be any type of side effects, anything?
That's true.
So I do believe that we need to, get a little more
You said they have some
information.
questions about the vaccine, but I'm gonna make Demario talk first and then come back to
Yeah,
you
and it would
about
come.
that.
Yeah, true.
All right. So within this time in our lives, there's a lot of fake news, and I believe that a lot of persons are skeptical with the information of the vaccine because of the sake of misinformation. So it's very important to know the facts and understand why you're doing something before you go ahead and do it.
Right.
So, I mean, to add to her point with the influential persons in our society, it's important to, like, for persons to see the step being taken and then persons follow in a sense.
So are you saying basically, into today's society, like for instance on Instagram and stuff, they should have put out more information about the vaccine through these influencers that are actually taking them now and allowing other persons to go and take it.
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's what you basically say,
Yeah, I
right?
believe so.
I do understand.
Alright, so back to you, Brenda. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm saying like the same thing like he said before, try to educate us more. I realized that Minister Tufton and so we try to post it on their page and the MOH page daily. But how much of we Jamaicans follow them? Right
True,
there we
that's
don't
true.
get a lot of information from them.
But I think I can do so much and no more.
Yeah.
I think they can the same platforms that they use that we Jamaicans use to tear down the vaccine. Let me draw for Pinkwall, dear
Pinkwall,
dream.
Quest Times, those
Pay some
places.
money, man, to advertise the vaccine over there, and then trust me, Jamaicans will see.
Definitely see, because
You
those are
understand?
the mix-up page
Mix-up
or stuff that they
pages, listen.
follow. Understood,
Exactly.
understood.
You love gossip, so post the information that Jamaicans need on the gossip page, and they will get
Or
it.
even find a funny way to like broadcast it. Like the persons understand. Right?
There are several ads going around now, and about a month ago, I worked with the Ministry of Health in getting, we're doing some questionnaires going out into different parishes, so in order to acquire certain information to know what we need to tell the public about this vaccine and so forth. So they are trying, yes, but as I said, even if persons get the information, yes, some persons won't adhere to what the ministry is saying. Not even wearing a mask, yes, the persons doing public transportation and not seeing persons wearing masks and all those something.
We want to use not just walking around is good. Trust me, face to face, door to door, definitely a good idea. But what about using some RTs to build some dubs to
We
put
had
out there?
they had
Shensia.
I mean, they're
Ching
going.
Ching. They had dubs from those artists and they
I
had
don't
a
know
lot
about
of.
them.
Well,
And I am on Instagram every day.
I think
No,
your
man,
point
no, man.
about the gossip page, that's a really good point because a lot of persons follow those pages, and that's like, if an accident happen or anything, the first thing that come on the page when they refresh is, oh, it's Pinkwall. Oh, I found that on Pinkwall. Then they check the tropics or, Quest Times, those places.
Yeah, but the thing I'm saying, all the information is go there.
They want a dear.
Still, well, that's true.
What about putting out stiffer penalties then? You think they could consider that? Because I do believe that
Recently,
they could consider
they came out with fine. Yeah.
$5,000.
I mean,
Oh,
5,000. Let me tell you, like you have Jamaicans, and I heard from promoters. They will walk with that is money where them a pay for like money pull up in parties.
And
so
shoot $30,000 in total
30,000
for them if they
is
find.
one
That's like what they use
one
to
round.
rob things, and they go there throwing money and stuff. So That's not really. You know, probably they can put it to 500,000. Like the
We're
hotels.
talking now. We're
Yeah,
talking now.
500,000 where you know they gonna say,
No,
"Oh,
but
me
with
just stay in my
500,000,
yard."
no, you know, say, I know every man I go out there.
So they will
But
stay
them
in
are
the
gonna
yard.
need more forces and
I
police and
believe,
something.
however, the case with majority of Jamaicans, the priorities are set in the wrong places.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's we're talking about our health and livelihood. Persons, the penalties, in my opinion, aren't as
Strong.
Are strong, yeah. So, unfortunately, everybody has the money to brush or do anything that is not contributing to their well-being.
Even we were talking earlier about the water party. You say with the being poor and happy. You see what we're talking about? Look how much person there is.
I remember in
Yeah, but
December,
look how much person gonna do COVID
vaccine, and look at
Isn't
all that
that
line
more
up.
persons than what were in the
But
ghetto?
still, those persons are those persons that would have been on people and all of them something.
I believe that, and then it's at the door of the Ministry of Health. You know, they're controlling the whole vaccine issuing protocol thingy. They should have, you know, everybody lined up correctly. They shouldn't have that bundle. I mean, they're not setting a good example.
Or they could say,
for
oh,
the
A to
citizens.
Z come, or A to B come, A to J, you know? Set
Again,
them
with
in
the,
different.
with the penalties again, in December, I remember, you know, hearing
You go
younger
for that truck?
folks. No, I didn't get to go for the truck. I escaped. But you have presents like, yeah man, I work with my bail money because it's not a lot.
But and some of them don't know that this can affect their future if they want to do something. They're gonna be charged. And
that's true.
So it's I'll go back to education.
Yeah, just being smart.
The cases, they are going down based on the reports. I mean, it's like 132 if I'm correct.
But that's really fast, you see, because people started taking the vaccine, all of a sudden, boom, numbers are reducing.
Right. So based on your guys' research, and you guys must have done research, right? On the vaccine, which one do you think that you would take? The AstraZeneca or the
Johnson.
Yeah,
Alright, there's one named Johnson and Johnson. There's a
but I
Johnson
think
and
that's the
Johnson
killer
vaccine.
one. I think the one that
I think, well, honestly, and this is
Several
where
instances of blood clots.
and a lot of person killed.
that's painting a bad image on my name.
So then you program the next vaccine then?
Well, no, you see, though, that is the thing that they're doing. They're just creating vaccines, you know. But no, honestly, I haven't done any research on it because it's just that I am not really interested in the vaccine, to be honest. But if it's a case where it becomes mandatory, then I will, you know, probably just join the line because I don't
No man,
really...
so tell us why you're not interested. Me sure when you were younger you got vaccinated.
Alright, I believe that for this vaccine, seeing that you have all different type of minds out there, so just coming up with a vaccine within a month or two,
and vaccine normally takes some years
takes
to
some
deliver.
time. You understand? You won't get everybody to come on board with it. But let me tell you, so the media, it can kill you and it can make you. I mean, come on board, you start the vaccine. Okay, yes, guys, we start the process. We finish the first chapter. We're going on now to the second chapter, third chapter. Do some steps, you know, keep the public aware of what you're doing. Don't just go into a lab, create a vaccine. Okay, guys, we have a vaccine. Right? I mean,
yeah, but I don't believe that's the case. The coronavirus has been around, I believe, since the late 90s in China, so it wasn't a quick vaccine. So they have been developing the vaccine, and that's another case of misinformation. That's why it's important to understand the facts
and do your research.
So why did they wait until we lost a lot of lives and everything to actually come forward to say that they are going into the lab and not state from before that they are already in the lab trying to, you know, develop something?
Yeah, that's been happening over the years, the vaccine.
Over the years?
I personally
so tell me something. Do you think that back in the day when we were smaller, those vaccines are as effective or more effective as the vaccines now? What do you think?
Well, to be honest, being a Jamaican, I know nothing about vaccine. Me know about bush tea. So
the
vaccines.
Stop. I'm sure when you were a baby,
Yeah.
you have that's a
I
vaccine.
don't have it.
That's called immunization.
I don't
or
have that
flu.
mark. But I believe that Jamaicans they would take the vaccine because it's mandatory. Yes, the baby have to go 6 week clinics, get the vaccine, whatever.
But even coming to you, you had to take a next.
No,
I didn't
if you're not fully.
fully.
Oh.
Both of them. So I didn't have to take any more. So I believe that if it's a case where we have to take it, like I said before, then fine. But I don't really believe
Yeah,
like
because
this
if you're not to
vaccine
take it, you're
thing.
not take it.
Not take it.
I'm sorry.
So them are what you think the older vaccines are new ones. Remember say have technology and all of them something. So what do you think about that?
Truly. Well, understanding the purpose for the vaccine in the first place to make you stronger per se. I believe that this one would be more effective. The AstraZeneca vaccine. So my stance on it is that it would probably do more damage to the coronavirus in this case.
But didn't they say that it would not prevent you from catching the virus? What exactly do it?
I think that it wouldn't prevent you from catching COVID, but the effect will be lesser because I mean we still catch the Spanish flu even though we have a flu shot. You get me?
Okay.
So it's just a lesser. Yeah.
So what happened to the persons that, like a lot of persons, because I know a lot of persons that did the injection, that got the vaccine on Monday or Tuesday, right? And all of a sudden everybody's sick. I know that's going to come with it, but like you have some persons that are really, 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 really affected.
And they're
right?
also investigating on it.
Yeah, like there's some persons who are dying. There are even a couple of persons that died from it that got it.
No, overseas.
No, like I mean in Jamaica there was a person that in parliament that died from it.
From the vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're doing the investigation about it.
Allegations.
I think when on that little cards that they give them when they get the vaccine, I think they should outline what type of medication they should take if they feel any way. Because I remember a group of girls that got the vaccine and they were trying to think what type of Panadol or what pills they should take. So I believe that they should, and again it all boils down to information, the information that you give.
Understand.
But alright, you seem like you don't really do your research, so I'm gonna give the Mara that question. Do you know how a vaccine works?
Yes, I do.
So I can use the sciences and everything.
Yeah. So smart,
I mean, big up KC. And yeah, I believe I understand how the basic vaccination process works, and that's why I'm willing to do it.
Okay. So you would take the vaccine, or you took the vaccine already?
No, not as yet. I'm waiting for.
So
I didn't get the chance to do it this time around. But
What's
I'll
the
definitely
vaccine
take it.
done?
After the 3 months? Next round?
Yeah, more likely so.
Oh.
I was just occupied at the time when they were distributing.
Understand.
Let's
Would
hope
you,
by then,
Brenda?
let's hope by the next batch gets here, we're free. We're outside a little more.
So Brenda, it sounds like Brenda have no
that's not how
ways of taking this
Listen,
vaccine.
as I said before, if I have to take it, if I don't have any other options, then I will
But
take
why
it.
not take it and make
You take it?
No, I needed to
Sounds
answer
like
that
you
question.
sound like you take it.
Who said me not gonna take it? But relax on me. I want to make sure that persons, the elderly and all of those groups get it first before me go. I get what I say. And plus, I'm still doing my research. I didn't say I'm not going to take it, but I still.
It seems as if you have already started your research and you're waiting on the older, the elderly to get theirs. So I am going to start my research and wait until people like you get yours.
It sound like you wanted people to go before you to see how it operates. Then you take it.
Why would I do that? No.
I mean, for 4 months, in the next 4 months, if I see progress from anybody.
And you mentioned earlier about work and travel. Do you plan on going this year?
Listen, my money done here.
Alright, alright. And are you aware that in some states that you have to show digital vaccine?
Alright, so in cases like that, no, I will take the vaccine because I mean,
But as he stated, in some states. So.
states. I'm not sure of the one that I am going as yet, if it's I must, but I am bracing for anything, you know, when going for.
Even the work and travel is affected by COVID because I think we kind of, I'm on it, but we're kind of in uncertainty right now, to be very
Right.
honest, because Biden, Mr. Biden, hasn't made any new thing on it, so we're kind of in limbo right now. So, what do you think? Do you think they should open the borders and let us come to their country?
Once you guys are vaccinated, or
I think once we are vaccinated, if that's a requirement, then we should go because we lost a lot of money last year, and sign up again this year thinking that it would have been better.
True.
I know of persons who got dates like from for April, I think, I believe, or May, somewhere thereabout, and they got cancelled and they are yet to, know where they stand, free work and travel. So I believe that, and the agencies, Lord, they can go a little easier on us because we're losing a lot and we're not going, and they know that deep down, this program for us is to make some money.
Yeah, for the sake of school.
For the sake of school. So I believe that, they should give us the opportunity to go.
But being an entrepreneur now, wouldn't you rather just stay and deal with the business?
Listen, I have no problem. I always have a plan B. So if I get back my refund from the agency, I mean, go
And that's
straight
the next
into
thing,
business.
The
Go
age,
straight into
but
business.
that's not for today.
that's another case.
Therefore, a whole other topic. But yeah, I would go full time into business over that period and make some fun same way. Because trust me, Jamaicans, we do have money. It may sound away, but we do have money.
Even when we have money, we don't have money.
Exactly. So
It's just you sourcing it and
sourcing it, and yeah,
legally.
and there's a lot of way to source it here in
Legally.
Jamaica.
Thank you.
Legally.
So, Demario, did you plan on going on the work and travel too?
No, I had thought about it, but not as yet.
Because of COVID, or you just
No,
didn't
in
want to?
general, I believe that I wanted to do something like that in probably my third year.
Oh.
But seeing with the case with COVID now, I'm second guessing it overall.
I probably doing it enough.
But you have students who stay over just to go and work and travel.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing.
They stretch out the module selection just to, go work and travel
So
to
you
come
think
back
about
with the
that?
car. Listen, I need to get out of here.
Oh.
I am not going to do it. I am not going to do it. But if I don't go this year, then that's it. I'm just
When you say
really
the third year,
third year.
so next year will be last.
Final.
Final
So
year.
you're going in. Okay.
Wow.
Now, how has those years been?
Listen, it's like a roller coaster ride for me. Ups and downs, yes, roller coaster ride. So I have fun times and I made a lot of memories. So, I'm just bracing for the best for final year and to, offer my service as best as possible.
Did you work and travel already?
Yes, I did it in first year.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
I take my job, sir. Alright. Can we give another what we said we chat us about?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said nobody really in the chat, But big up Shamar Bowen.
You said big up
We
Brenda.
see you. Yeah, you say who that, Brenda?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
alright.
interesting.
Well, no, so more.
Big up Brenda.
Alright, give her next credit. Who else on the chat?
Treve. There. Is that Trev there?
It's Trev there.
Trev.
Yeah.
Kemoya Brown. Big up Kemoya.
Alright,
She
so
was here on the live before, and
Can big up the sponsors again.
Of course.
Alright, so we big up Face It Challenges Foundation.
876 Class.
Tropical Kisses.
Pex Organics.
SS Kids.
Zilla.
Kemoy Bird Production.
Jamaica Auto Spa.
And Jurag.
Tenji's Essentials and the Tony's Accessories.
Last but not least, Tatimoney's Accessories.
Right.
Okay. Alright, so people,
We feel like we give you one next song.
we can't. I just spread it. We can't give away. We can't give away water and something.
You don't give one best man on it.
Never grab mine before they give it away.
Yeah.
Alright, so we can ask a random question.
Yeah.
We can ask a random question.
Yeah.
Alright, so get out the pen and the pencil. Alright, so if x times 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's not. If x times 2 minus y equals z, what is the ratio of the sum? Alright, just send that to me quick and fast, and then we can just, deal with that.
But remember to follow the page, the Instagram page at FELS_Tigers, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at FELS Tigers.
Yeah, people, we have more discussions to come. We don't have to know what to talk about, but it's a hot discussion.
Yeah.
Go on, go get some glass of water, do something, and come back soon, restart again and things like that.
We see in the chat, alright, big up Dominique Sharp. He said big up Kiana and Brenda. Alright, so
Same truth, him send a big heart.
yeah, heart, it's a brother love. Big up Dominique Sharp. Alright. So you guys can send some fire emojis or the tiger emojis in the chat,
Are we live on Instagram?
Yeah, alright.
So just go over to YouTube, not just do.
Go over to Instagram and follow the page once more at FELS_Tigers and subscribe to this YouTube channel at FELS Tigers. Once more, big up to our sponsors, and that is Basic Challenges Foundation,
X76 Glass,
Tropical Kisses,
Hex Organics,
SS Skins,
Zilla,
Kemoy Berry Production,
Jamaica Artist Squad,
Giraffe, Tenji's Essentials,
the Tony's Accessories.
Big up to them. Alright guys, so what do you think about the conversation that we just had?
It was a good conversation,
Yeah,
to know that some persons
think they're gonna take the vaccine.
No, some persons attack and then very educate about the issue and stuff like that. I know you.
I justified that comment earlier. I said that.
I know you.
Okay.
Alright guys, so we'll be right back.
Listen, I made it clear to you.
Mute the mic.
Yeah.
Que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui, 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 rumba. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. High music, high flows. Báilame como si fuera la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui, 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 taqui. Tienes un besito o un aquí, una plata como Saki, Saki. Prende los motores. Los Anunnaki no le baje, el puri sobresale de tu traje. No trajo panticito pa' que el nene no trabaje. Es que yo me sé lo que ella cree que ya se sabe. Cuenta que no quiere pero me tiene espionaje. El puri sobresale de tu traje. No trajo panticito pa' que el nene no trabaje. Es que yo me sé lo que ella cree que ya se sabe. Cuenta que no quiere pero me tiene espionaje. Báilame como si fuera la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un besito bien suavecito, bebé. Taqui, taqui. Taqui, taqui, rumba. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. High music, high flows.
Boy, he say he wanna touch it and tease it and squeeze it. When my piggyback is hungry, my nigga, you need to feed it. If the text ain't freaky, I don't wanna read it. And just to let you know, this Punani is undefeated. Ayy, he say he really wanna see more. I said we should have a date there at the Lamborghini store. I'm kinda scary, hard to read. I'm like a wizard, but I'm a Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim.
The Faculty of Education and Liberal Studies is home to School of Technical and Vocational Education. Come join us.
Your future begins with us. We solve your educational problems and take you to the next level.
Our goal is to futurize education. So come, join a new kind of school where education matters.
We offer undergraduate and graduate degrees. Undergraduate programs include a Bachelor of Education in TVET.
Don't forget, we also offer non-teaching bachelor and associate degree options.
Yes! Come join us and be a part of education for the future.
Apply today. The University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Dunk on him now, I'm swinging off the rim. They coming off the bench while I'm coming off the court fully drenched. Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Dunk on him now, I'm swinging off the rim.
What's up, Tigers? I am Brenda Johnson, your EDPT representative, Miss and Mr.
Style doing him in this Burberry trench. These birds copy every word, every inch. But gang got the hammer and the wrench. I pull up in that $250,000 off the lot. Oh, now she trying to be friends like I forgot. Show off my diamonds like it's signed by the rock. Ain't pushing out his baby's telly by the rock. Hey yo, I been on, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nicky like the Prince on. I been on, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey yo, I been off, Laura been cropped. Place they Chung Lee, drop the bins on. They painted me out to be the bad guy. They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me.
What's up, Tigers? I am Brenda Johnson, your EDPT representative, Miss.
Hey yo, I been on, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean I been storm, X-Men been formed. He keep on dialing Nicky like the Prince on. I been on, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey yo, I been on, Laura been cropped. Place they Chung Lee,
Hey, pull up, sound a bounce and the place a pull up. Sexy girl, now me can't get low. Girl a good on pie, that me love. I murder when me step in at the club. Select that to the top in the soul. Music a bounce and lyrics by the tons and me high grade sent from above. We tell them.
What's up, Tigers? I am Brenda Johnson, your EDPT representative, Miss and Mr. Resident Life contestant, and the owner of PEX Organics. Self-care to me means taking care of your mind, body, and soul. Have you ever tried a sugar body scrub or even a turmeric face mask? Do you meditate or even take breaks from social media? If not, then what are you waiting for? Self-care is taking an active role in protecting your well-being and happiness. During this Panasonic, we encourage you to take the time out to take care of you. Start with a skincare routine. Get back into exercising or start if you haven't. Social media can get a break sometime. Listen some tune and go on with yourself. Do what brings you the most happiness. Do what makes you feel like you. And remember to take care of you.
Select that to the top in the soul. Music a bounce and lyrics by the tons and me high grade sent from above. We tell them. Watch out for this, be my best lyrics. Mash up the place, but you are not for this. Yo, me now miss number one on the list. The girl them a twist with Baseline can't resist. Watch out for this, I be my best limit. Mash up the place, but you are not for this. Yo, me nah miss no more right on the list. Mash up the place.
That thing, bitch. Gonna shake that thing, bitch. Annabella shake that thing, yeah. Donna, Jody and Rebecca, woman get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it, get jiggy. Get drunk up, percolate anything you want because it's oscillating if I don't take pity. Want to see you get life on the rhythm of my ride and my lyrics up about electricity. Girl, nobody can do you nothing because you don't know your destiny. Those sexy ladies want power with us, you know they care with us, them not want with us. Adoration, a special bond of creation. Want to see the ones out there going through frustration. King London, China Ball, and Marie thing like that. She works the nights by the water. She's gone astray, so far away from her father's daughter. She just wants a life for a baby. All on her own, no one will come. She's got to save him. Daily struggle. She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you. Stay up there. She tells him, your life ain't gonna be nothing like my life. You're gonna grow and have a good life. I'm gonna do what I got to do. So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby. Don't you cry. Somebody's got you, rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you, rock-a-bye, baby. Don't you cry. Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning? Who's gonna rock you when the sun won't let you sleep? Who's waking up to drive you home when you're drunk and all alone? Who's gonna walk you through the dark side of the morning?
Ice water turn Atlantic, night calling in a phantom. Told them, hold it, don't you panic. Took an island, felt the mansion. Drop the roof, more expansion. Drive a coupe, you can stand it. Legs undercover. I'm an ass and titty lover. Guess we all meant for each other. Now that all the dogs free, and we out in these streets. Can you do it? Can you pop it for me?
Pull up in the demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z. Pull up in the demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z, it's that Z.
I'm gonna see you bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up.
And welcome to the third day of FELS Week. I'm your host, Kiana James.
And I am Joshua Garden.
Alright, so just a while ago we had Brenda Johnson and Demario Hines. So we just want to thank them so much for being here and coming to tell us the tea and give us their opinion about those topics, right?
And thank you for having us.
It was a pleasure.
It was good and nice at a discussion. And I'm looking forward. Enlightening. And I'm looking forward to doing this again with you guys.
Thank you so much.
You learned anything today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. Love that for you. Mr. Hines?
I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It was quite insightful and I like the talk.
Alright, so quickly give us up your socials and your business. Big them up quick and fast.
So tell the people where they can find you.
You ready, man?
Alright, so follow me on Instagram at _Heinz13 and my brand Zilla at zilla.vl. Zilla.
What is Zilla? Quickly, I didn't get this.
A clothing brand.
Okay, clothing brand. Okay.
Alright, and you can follow me on Instagram. My business page is pex.organics, and you can follow my personal page, Miss_Pex.
Thank you so much. And if you guys were listening, you know that they are two of our sponsors. So thank you guys for coming here once more and have a great day.
Thank you.
Alright, so guys, in the meantime, we're gonna do a giveaway right now.
Yeah, man. But first, remember, as we just said, this couldn't be possible without our sponsors.
Alright.
So this event is sponsored by
Basic Challenges Foundation,
876 Class,
Tropical Kisses,
Pex Organics,
SS Skins,
Zilla,
the Berry Production,
Jamaica Auto Spa,
Durag,
Tenji's Essentials,
and Tatonis Accessories.
Okay. Alright, so you want to give her something?
Yeah. What want to do it?
No, we don't want to give it. We'll give
her
her credit already.
the chat I said first.
True.
True, the question.
Alright, so Ricardo Kildare. Yeah, Brenda. See my big up Brenda. Alright,
So
Ricardo.
Brenda is alright. No.
Kemoya Brown. Alright, so I guess she did big up with DJ. So big up DJ.
Alright, so we have to quick and fast question. Hereby so nice.
Alright, so the question is, who is the program director for BA Cat? So if we can
Is the program director for
BA
Cat? I'm a news voice.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, answer that quick and fast and you win an armband.
Yeah, just an armband?
You have anything else?
Hey, give them an armband. Yeah.
You want to give them a credit too?
True. I think they deserve a credit. Remember that we tell them
No,
that
we have
some
some math questions in here, so we'll see if we'll have them. But urban answer, I will see what can go on.
True, just put it in the chat. Who is the program director for BA Cat?
So once again, guys, I want to tell you welcome to Let's Talk
Thursday.
You know? So, and this show is about talking about.
Well, basically, it is we as students talking about issues that are trending in Jamaica society.
And talk to Brenda Johnson
and Demario Hines.
And that was about
about the COVID-19 vaccine and online school. And yeah, man.
It was a very interesting discussion. But now.
Hold on, you look in the chat, somebody said, Kemoya said, Mr. Shepherd. Unfortunately, not Kemoya, but good try. Ricardo Kildare.
I'm not the program director.
No, I think he said he's bigging you up, Josh. Yeah. Alright, so Ricardo Kildare says, Marilyn Facey. Is that not Is that?
I think the spelling,
let me see, man. What is the right thing?
Alright,
we're going to give it to you.
No, we're going to ask the judges and then we'll get back to you. But keep on the line, you know? Tell your friends to join and tell your friends in FELS to join as well. And just watch until the end. And at the end, we'll tell you what.
Tell you win it?
Yeah, so just stay tuned.
Alright, so stay tuned, Kildare.
Right now,
I'm just going to go into icebreaker.
So we can introduce new panelists now. Alright, so we have Mr. Mario Brown
and Miss Demetrius Rowe. Please give a warm welcome to them.
Drop some fire emojis, that is it.
Yeah, drop some fire emojis in the chat, you know?
Alright, thank you guys for being here today, but as
and thanks for having us.
Yes, the pleasure is mine. Let us get things, you know. But first, we're gonna do an icebreaker. This or that. You guys ready?
Sure.
You ready, Mr. Brian? Rome? Okay, let's go. Alright, I will talk a bit here. Alright. So first off with you, love or money? Love.
Love.
Why though? Why love over money?
I'm not a materialistic person. I understand the importance of having things, but love is one of those fundamental values that we should have. We need people, we need companionship, and love is not all about relationship, romantic relationships, but just love with
your family or friends.
Yes, not just love.
Do you think love can be bought?
No, it cannot.
Really?
It's fundamental. You can't just buy love.
It can be, you know, if somebody is being manipulative.
Like their mindset is not there.
Somebody said love
Without money coming like when you taste lime or lemon.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting fact. All right. The next one. Be a side.
Would you be a cyborg or be half man, half animal?
A cyborg.
Sorry. Just say, oh, alright, be an Iron Man or
Yeah.
No, just something else. Be Iron Man or half man, half
a cyborg.
Why?
He said Iron Man. I like Iron Man. I like it's not fantasy, it's sci-fi. I like those type of things. I know that anthropomorphic animals or creatures, they are a part of the sci-fi thing, but I like the technological.
But imagine if you have the feet of a tiger.
And the top of a human.
Wait, probably like a Catwoman. I could be a Catwoman.
You can't run out anybody you want.
Yeah,
Depends on the animal.
It depends.
But you would just have the bottom part though.
The bottom part. I would use my laptop for life. Yeah, because apart from anything I can do in a phone, probably not everything you can do it on your laptop, and then the laptop you have more functions. So yeah.
Well, it's kind of tricky. I would say.
Is it that the livestock or?
It's stop.
Check.
Yeah, I was saying that it's not a necessity to have something on the go because before phones came into existence, person you didn't have a phone or something walking around with. Yeah, I understand the importance of being able to communicate on the go, but the type of person that I am, as long as I keep safe, I until I reach home or somewhere safe, I can just go on my laptop.
Yeah, and most of the applications that I use are on my laptop, so I just use my phone like for like WhatsApp or making phone calls.
I'm gonna add this one. No, definitely not. Alright, let's go now. So what are we talking about?
Alright, so today we're going to be talking to you guys about crime and violence that is linked to dancehall. And I know this one is a touching topic in today's society. It's violence against women. Alright? Okay.
Yeah.
So
earlier we talked about COVID. You know that COVID, it has unprecedented killed about roughly 1 million lives, taken 1 million lives from us worldwide. But in Jamaica, we've seen that the crime rate is as high as the COVID-19 deaths.
even with protocols set in place and stuff to stay in your house and stuff, that the crime and violence is still rising regardless.
Yeah,
so
curfew and all that
yes.
stuff. What you guys have to say about that?
About that, yeah, I know there are regulations, and I'm not certain. I assume one of the purpose of having those regulations is to reduce crime and violence, but we've seen that it hasn't really done much in reducing crime and violence. So I guess that's why you have the question. It begs the question: is it linked to dancehall? Is there something else that's influencing it?
Mr. Bro.
Yes, and as we touch on the topic that crime and violence is linked to dancehall, I would say that it influences somewhat. I don't think that crime and violence is directly, dancehall is the direct core of crime and violence. I don't believe that. I believe that, you have things like education that plays a factor, socialization, parenting. It's you have various factors that basically add to crime and violence. But the reason I say that dancehall influences somewhat is that dancehall is a reflection of society. And society is a reflection of dancehall, which makes it a bit of a paradox.
Alright, I get that, but we're going to talk about that later. But now, as a young man in society and seeing what is happening in our society, how do you feel about the violence that is happening to our women?
Okay, this is actually a topic that I'm very passionate about. It's something that's not new to Jamaica, and it's something that has been under the scope for many decades. And it's not that Jamaica has even a violent tendencies to women. We have an issue from our core of our society. We have violent tendencies and we dehumanize women, children, even animals. And I think that's one factor that has been seen in a scope right now in the aspect of violence towards women. I think now we are putting it on the forefront, saying women are a target group for a violent society that we live in. Men, I think that when it comes to men, I think it all starts from social education. It all starts from the society. People blame the government, but it's a cooperative thing. You know, the society has to work with the government has to work with the society. So as a young man living in Jamaica in this time, I'm actually really saddened about the whole ordeal, that there's such an increase in the violence against women. And it's disheartening for even younger males to see that, the older males going around basically saying, women are this, women are that, dehumanizing women. And as I said before, I think it's a core society issue with Jamaica and our just how we view things.
Yeah, it's true because that's true, because even in a situation that happened recently, you could see persons in the comment, young men, commenting that, oh, some of these girls want it and they beg for it and they deserve it, and it's because of how they dress, how they act, how they walk. And personally, I don't think it's because of how you dress. It's just about your mindset. You're not supposed to, it doesn't have anything. You can wear shorts outside, you can wear anything you feel comfortable in. It's your skin. But when it comes on to your mentality about females, that's where it should change. Okay? That's my point on it.
And I think it all starts from the norms and values that were instilled in us.
That's true.
So when we grow up now, we kind of see certain things differently, and probably in the wrong eyes, as we should say. But Miss Demetrius, what do you think as a young lady in society? You must feel some type of way.
Yeah, it's really sad. And as women, I can speak on behalf of all women, especially with the recent happenings that we've seen. When I'm walking on the road, trust me, like when I leave my yard, I have to be wondering if somebody's trailing me, or if somebody, for example, if somebody's catcalling me, I have to wonder if I should just be polite, or I do try to be polite because I don't want anything to happen. Or so sometimes in terms of determining how you should react in situations like that on the road, it's not always certain. And you're always on your guard as women, walking on the streets. And then it's not only on the streets, it's also within the home. So nowhere is safe, basically.
That's true, because even I have a lot of friends, and since the whole happening, even before, they are afraid of even taking any type of taxi. It doesn't even matter if it's red plate or white plate nowadays, because they're scared that, oh, maybe I go in there and he take me away, or should I have a knife on me, should I bring this with me? Because nowadays, and to all the ladies out there, ensure you guys are guard up, have your taser, your pepper spray, your little ratchet, or something. Have somebody on speed dial that you can call, call your friend. If you're in taxi or anything, ensure to call them and be like, oh, this is the license plate for this person. Try to protect yourself out there, okay?
And do you think self-defense classes should be more
yes
to women?
Yes,
definitely. And even within universities, it could be, if we have general elective, it could be one of the general electives. I know you have clubs geared towards that, but a lot of persons, they don't really know about it. So if we have more of those that are accessible for persons, not only women, to just know how to defend, because I think that's one of the issues. A lot of in situations like that, you don't know how to react, so you probably give in. I'm not saying you should fight, but you probably give in to the situation. You cannot defend yourself, and then you probably end up losing your life. So that's
you're basically saying you want it to be implemented in school at an earlier.
Yeah, it could be implemented within schools,
So
universities.
just as that, why can't we teach our young men from that? Is it a problem, not the teaching, or
How
it's
to
just
treat
how,
women?
Yes, is that how they react to that? What do you have to say about that?
Well, it's like I said before, it's a societal issue, and I think that everyone contributes to it. Even if you teach your child the right morals at home, they still have peer-to-peer interactions.
That's true.
You have to teach them right across. It can't just be one set of people. It can't be
one
one
group. It has to be the church.
So just
It
everybody
has to
coming
be-
together.
It has to be everyone trying to
that's true.
go for this cause. So that's my understanding.
And then for me, as regards to this, so he's looking at it from a social point of view, but I believe that there are also biological factors. Because yes, what if, for example, you grow in a home, Jamaica is religious, we're a Christian society. You grow in a home where it's based on Christian principles, good parents go church, both parents, the other siblings, and there's just this one child that is the anomaly in that home. So it's not always social, but it's also biological. So researchers, because it's a hot topic, not only in Jamaica, researchers, they have done some research into this, and they have found that there are some neurological influences as well. So probably genetic makeup. Some persons would more have a disposition toward violent activities, and I'm not talking about persons with certain disorders, but apart from certain disorders that we are aware of, their other dispositions. So apart from environmental factors, the social factors, I just believe that there are some biological influences as well, because it's, as per the example that I gave earlier on, you probably come from a good home. You have people come from a good home, and then they still turn out being violent.
That's true. That's true.
So, alright, we're still looking for a cure, right? What do you think that the Jamaican government, and not just the government, but the society can do to prevent and lessen violence against women?
Alright, so as it regards to that, right? As I say, you mentioned earlier on the norms and values, right? If they're external influences, so it's going to be, norms are very hard to change, because they're not written rules, right? So they're very hard to change, but it goes back to the culture that we have, with socialization as well. Society at this point, objectifies women, and that's one of the problems, the issues that we have, and one of the contributors to it. So it goes back to the norms and values. Yes, there are things that the government could do, there are programs and campaigns that could be implemented, but some issues that we have, they're really hardcore issues that you have to look at the deeper issues, and it's cultural, it's the norms, the values, these things, these are the root, the things that we don't always see, right? So these are the issues that we need to tackle. It's going to be very hard, and this is hence why this problem still exists, no matter the intervention that have been implemented, because these are the core issues that we need to tackle. So persons who are experts in these areas probably need to go back to the drawing board, think about how we're going to influence this, what are we going to change, how we're going to influence society, because psychology is very hard to change, so it's a deep issue.
All right, Omar, do you have anything to add to that?
She basically covers everything that I would have actually said in regards to that. With society and government working together, because you can implement programs for decades, but just like you said, can't see the root of the problem. So basically, they're just limit the problem, but you need to actually go to the root of it. And the root lies in our norms of society, and our culture. And it's sad to say that one of the norms is to basically objectify women in the Jamaican school. So.
Okay. Understood. Alright, so what would you say to the ladies out there, just to give them a point, like what you want to say to your sister, friends, loved ones, all the ladies out there that are trying, that some persons might take it as okay, I just have to ensure that I'm guarded up, but some persons may have like a deep fear, like being like very. So what do you have to tell the ladies out there? Because it could be your mom, it could be your sister, it could be anybody for you, or even if it's not you, you are a lady yourself. So what could you tell the ladies out there?
All right, so I'd say just be vigilant on the road. Whenever you're going out on the road, be vigilant. I'm not saying equip yourself, because I personally do not walk with weapons. I am a strong believer, I pray before I leave out. So if you're a believer, pray, for blood cover under the blood of Jesus. All of that if you're religious. And when you're going out on the road, ensure that you communicate with somebody, so that they know your whereabouts. And if you're living in a home that is violent, right, or if you have a partner that is, abusive, do not keep it to yourself. Speak to somebody that you trust, and even if you don't find anybody within your circle, your family that you trust enough, there are agencies out there that are willing or have the mandate of helping women. So reach out. Do not be afraid to reach out to any of those.
Anything to that?
Okay, so to add to that, to the ladies, I can say for myself, I have a lot of sisters. I have actually 7 sisters.
Wow.
And I always tell them that Jamaica is not a safe space for females. And all I can tell them is to be cautious. Remember your emergency contacts. Always be vigilant, as you said, on the road. It's a cold world that we live in here in Jamaica, especially. And I think that we're shifting into some darker times. So I can just say, young ladies, always try to be vigilant on the road. Jamaica is not well at the moment, so just try your best to always keep your eyes open and be safe out there. And remember emergency contacts. Always remember emergency contacts.
That's true. Thank you so
Was
much.
Was it you that talked about objectifying of women?
Yeah, I introduced it.
So do you think that the music is what percentage do you think the music influenced that part?
I cannot give a precise percentage.
No, not as far precise, but like tell us.
Yeah. But somewhat, a lot of songs, because alright, firstly, dancehall is not only, whenever we're having these conversations, we talk about, they influencing, say, women, objectifying women and all of that. Dancehall is not only that. Dancehall is a genre that has several categories. So, yeah. So, as regards to that, there are several songs that they do objectify women, and the lyrics or content of that song, influence that. But I don't know much dancehall songs, but I do not, apart from having there being sexually, I don't really hear of much songs that would speak to like domestic violence and things like that. But as regards to objectifying women and all the sexual lyrics, we have songs of that sort. But I don't think it's a lot per se. But
Mr. Bruno, like you have something to say. What do you think about that?
Well, actually, I would say I grew up in the inner city, and it's something that blasts everywhere. I think dancehall music and not majority. Well, majority. I would say majority.
Majority?
Yeah, I would say majority of the music, because if you have a new artist, if you're not sing about drugs, you're not sing about gun, you might objectify a woman. It's
I
like
think there are
all
more gun
art.
songs than songs that.
There's a lot of songs that objectify women. You have this gun song, you have women song that objectify women, you have gun song that objectify women.
Alright.
So I think it's a large percentage. I believe it's a large percentage.
Alright.
But that doesn't disregard the genre of dancehall that speaks about the positivity
And the
issues that are being like
and uplifting.
uplifting. I'm not saying that dancehall is geared to only objectifying women, but a large percentage of dancehall, especially if you're a new artist coming out, I can tell you that majority of the new dancehall artists coming out.
Alright, you're not gonna call on you, but
So
you said that music influences the objectifying of women, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that it does the same way in crime and violence? As you were saying about the gun songs, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, it does. It influences it, but like I said, it's not the core of it.
It's not the core.
So it's just like one factor.
Yeah, it's just one influence factor.
But you were giving percentage about the objectifying women. What percentage would you say?
That'd be a big percentage.
Like an 80%?
Maybe maybe a 60.
Maybe a 60.
Maybe a 60.
So about 60% the music.
But then that is kind of poor, but
No, like they sing about the objectifying of women, but when it comes to, like I said before, violence, I don't think the core of crime and violence
is dancehall.
From dancehall.
So do you think that the Prime Minister's statement was a bit too, I would say, strong, seeing that he didn't have any statistical evidence for that? Okay, so in regards to that, I would say that he could have worded it a bit better for everyone to understand.
Or the song.
Yeah, he could have worded it a bit better.
What do you think he could have said?
No, don't say
He could have said, because right now in this forum we're explaining it and people are saying, oh yeah, we understand you're saying, we understand, so yeah. But people are thinking that he meant that dancehall is the core. Yeah, that's what most persons think. But it's actually an influence of it. Yeah. So, Ms. Demetrius, what do you think that if we have less of the gun songs, I say, for instance, the government ban gun songs, what impact would it have on crime?
I wouldn't say that it would reduce it, because Jamaica is not the only country affected by crime and violence, and dancehall is not played in. There are a lot of countries where dancehall is not played, and the crime rate is even higher than in Jamaica.
But do you think that country would have its own culture, and dancehall is a part of own culture?
No, but the issue is that they said that dancehall influences crime and violence. So I wouldn't say there is a direct correlation between both of them. So if say it's with the ban dancehall, for example, I think the issue will still remain, because there are other factors that influence it.
So would have the same stance on the objectifying of women and the music that are demeaning towards women?
If that's reduced, if it will reduce it. No, probably not. As I say, it's something that cultural, and it's coming from far back. There are external factors, as I said, but not the core of the influence.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much, Demetrius Rowe and Mr. Omari Brown, for joining us today and speaking about, crime and violence, if it's linked to dancehall, and also, the touching topic nowadays is violence against women. All right. So thank you so much for being here.
And thanks for having me.
No problem. All right. So guys, we'll be right back.
To believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, selling a dream Smoking mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle, on a miracle. So through the darkest of days, having to heartbreak away. Never let you go, never let me down. Oh, it's been a hell of a ride, driving the edge of a knife. Never let you go, never let me down. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you.
I look at stare so deep in your eyes. I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah. Cause I know I don't understand just how you love you doing no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you face me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. When I talk to my friends so quietly, who he think he is? Look at what you did to me. Fitted shoes and even these to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. The way that you know what I gotta do. It's the beat in my heart just when I'm with you. But I still don't understand just how you look and doing no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you face me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you stay me right now. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love. Looking so crazy, your love got me looking so crazy, your love.
Y'all know when the flow is so low. Are we crazy? Living lives through a lens. Trapped in our picket fence like ornaments. So comfortable we're living in a bubble, bubble. So comfortable we cannot see the trouble. Are you lonely? Up there in utopia, where nothing will ever be enough. Happen enough. So comfortable we're living in a bubble, bubble. So comfortable we cannot see the trouble, trouble. So put your rose-colored glasses on and party on. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink this one zombie. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink this one zombie. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm.
I'm the one for a good time call, phone's blowing up. Bring on my doorbell, I feel the love, I feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Turn back till I lose power. Gonna swim from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Gonna live like tomorrow isn't exist, like it doesn't exist.
everybody to the third day of FELS Week. I'm your host, Kiana James.
And I am Joshua Gordon.
And once more, this event couldn't be done without the sponsors. So let's pick up the sponsors once more.
We have Face It Challenges Foundation,
876 Class,
Tropical Kisses,
Pex Organics,
SS Skins,
Zilla,
Himoy Berry Production,
Jamaica Auto Spa,
Durag,
Tenji's Essentials,
and Fatoni's Accessories.
Alright, so just a while ago we had Omaria Brown and Demetrius Rowe. And so
talk about violence against women.
And if crime and violence is linked to dancehall. So now we have two more, the last but not least panelists for today. So we're going to have please give a warm welcome to Mr. Cleveland Tomlinson and welcome back, Mr. Andrew O'Daker. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thank you for having me.
That's wonderful. It's a pleasure having you here. All right, so Mr. Cleveland, who are you?
I'm a student of FELS. I'm a final year student. I'm a debater. I'm the president of the debating team and the public speaking society. And I'm the university student ambassador.
Oh, wow. So you're a lot of stuff, man. That sounds really good. Alright, so Mr. O'Daker, we know that you're the president for the FELS, So who are you other than the president?
Thank you for the introduction. Apart from being the president of the student representative committee, also a businessman. I pride myself in owning businesses. I pride myself in trading. Whatever it might be that relates to making money, I'll be there.
So you're a forex trader?
I'm a forex trader.
Oh, okay.
I also dabble in the debating world with Mr. Tomlinson here. So I participate in many activities, stuff that will be enlightening to the mind and to the body.
Okay. Alright, so thank you so much. Alright, so we'll be talking to you guys about, I know we talked to the other two about two topics, but we'll touch on one topic for today, and that topic is what's going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know that the volcano it started to act up last year, and then now recently it's so what's your thoughts on it? Like, what do you think the people over there are feeling? How, because it just happened all of a sudden, and the persons got up one morning and they had to take up everything and go on a boat and go to another island. So what's your thoughts on that?
Oh, no problem. The volcanic eruption in St. Vincent and the Grenadines could not have come at a worse time. This has only compounded the challenges being faced by our sister islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In such a time as this, where the island, the Caribbean region, the global economy is being faced with a pandemic, where economic contractions are explosive right across the place. In fact, it was a few weeks ago, the Vincentian Prime Minister announced that the fiscal space does not exist within their coffers. They cannot pay teachers. In fact, they announced that they are not sure what will happen in terms of the financings to offset the fiscal responsibilities of the government. So it is really an unfortunate time for them to be having this eruption, and I don't know, Andrew, you want to...
What's your thoughts on that as well, Andrew?
Oh, definitely. So based on some of the reviews or the articles that I've read, they really don't have the financial capacity to fully withstand a volcanic eruption at this point in time. We're currently being faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, along with other challenges that they may have been facing before. Right? So, coupled with a now erupting volcano, you can just imagine the trauma that this will cause on the country itself.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I think that it's going to be very difficult for them to cope for something like this. They will definitely need help from the neighboring Caribbean islands, right?
Okay, let's touch on that. How do you think the measure can help them? in this time after any?
Well, for one, we can offer, you know, what do we call the military aid? So we can send soldiers over there to assist with evacuations, stuff like that, safety rescues, missions such as that, right? We can send food items. I know that we're not a very wealthy country, but I'm sure that we can sacrifice some resources to at least render assistance to them.
Understood.
Right?
But
So, oh,
you said sending military. Do you think that now in Jamaica we're facing crime and also the pandemic, we have those resources can keep out just like that? What do you think about that? What do you second? What do you think about that again?
That's a very good question. You want
I think regardless of the challenges that are being faced by the Caribbean region, the Caribbean community should show solidarity. I think we have talked a lot in the Caribbean about integration and working together. And then when the challenges beset us, there's limited actions that are taken by Caribbean states. In fact, to answer your question directly, no, we don't have a deficit in military personnel if we were to send assistance. We will recall when we had Hurricane Dorian impacting the Bahamian economy that we sent a delegation of military personnel there. And we'll also see where a smaller island than us, Barbados, has sent a fleet of persons there. So yes, we can send persons. I don't think Andrew should rethink his suggestion for there to be military.
Or remember those times you're referring to, there wasn't a pandemic around. Now
But
we're in a pandemic.
the pandemic has not reduced the size of the Jamaica Defense Force, so there's not a deficit. In fact, now is the time for us to show solidarity to our Caribbean neighbors.
In fact, the JDF, the JCF, they actually recruit non-stop. So at this point in time, they have more than enough soldiers to spare, more than enough police officers to spare.
Are you speaking based on statistics?
I'm speaking based on facts.
I think it's indisputable. There's no concern about whether or not there's a need or a deficit in officers to send.
right, that's true. All right, so and you guys, as you guys can see, it's not only St. Vincent and the Grenadines that are being affected.
Sure.
The neighboring islands are being really, for example, Bahamas, Barbados, yes, Barbados, correct. It's basically like the volcanoes there, because if you've seen in the media where you're seeing some videos, the persons are really strong to be even recording, because those are ashes, smoke. It's not like a clean environment for those people. So we have to send our regards to them as well. So it's not only St. Vincent, but once more, thank you guys for being here so much. It was a pleasure having you guys here, Mr. Andrew Aldaker and Mr. Cleveland Tomlinson. It was great talking to you guys. All right.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right. So we can't just leave you guys without giving a giveaway, and the giveaway that we're giving is who was the faculty rep for the academic year of 2019/2020. So that 2021 is Mr. Angel Daker, as you just saw him here. And so who was the representative for 2019/2020? Just go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay? Let me see what I'm saying.
So I want to big up our sponsors.
One more time, yeah, man.
Basic Challenges Foundation,
876 Class,
Tropical Kisses,
Pex Organics,
SS Skins,
Zilla,
Emo Library Production,
Jamaica Auto Spa,
Drew Rad,
Tenji's Essentials,
and Tony's Accessories.
Alright, so thank you guys for sponsoring the events once more. Okay, so, and Joshua, let me see in the chat. So someone answered for who was the faculty rep in the academic year 2019-2020. Brenda Johnson. Congratulations, Brenda Johnson.
That name sounds so
Familiar, exactly.
Wow.
I wonder where we heard it
Wow.
from. You know? But anyways, congratulations, Brenda Johnson. Once more, ensure that you follow the Instagram page at FELS_Tigers and the YouTube page at FELS Tigers.
You guys go over and subscribe. As tomorrow we have more events. Tomorrow's the final day.
True. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we have a $20 party.
Yeah. $20 party, just pay $20 when you're going.
And it's not US guys, it's Jamaican guys.
Exactly.
So
$20.
anybody can forward and
exactly.
we're streaming live. So just stay tuned.
Yeah.
Subscribe and do the do.
I remember say $20 party now, you have to bang, You know? So make sure to come on. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Of course I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? May I pay my $20
I'll be
going
there online. I'll be on there.
On virtual?
Yes.
I'll be here with you guys tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned and come back tomorrow for the party. Yeah. Big up Tanisha Samuel in the chat.
Okay, so we're going to send in the chat.
Yeah. Alright guys, so everyone that won a prize today. So Ricardo Kildare, we spoke to the judges and you'll be getting that prize for Marilyn Facey. So all the persons who won today, just go over to the Instagram page to claim your prize. And also ensure to follow the Instagram once more at
FELS Tigers.
FELS_Tigers.
FELS Tigers.
And on YouTube at FELS Tigers, guys.
So just give it a last credit here.
A true man. We'll give it one last credit.
Is what is sushi?
It's a no man. It's a what?
It's a lip gloss set.
Alright, so Javid McCarthy said, tell Ria we say hi. Alright, Ria said hi.
Well, who is that? Javid? So
Big
why
up
don't answer the
Javid.
questions, Javid?
Say that talk.
No.
Javid said, big up sis Ria and friends. Alright, Javid came out to support his sister, Ria Raymond.
That's so nice.
Alright, persons are saying big up to Ria. Of course, we have to big up Ria. Ria is one of the production personnel herself. That's Ria Raymond. We can't leave out the person behind the production. So, Kimoy Berry, the DJ himself, DJ Damo. You have Mr. Omario Brown. And last but not least, Shanoya. Shakara.
And our interior designer.
Yeah, man, Brenda Johnson. Oh, that's where the name came from. Yeah. Big up. Of course.
Big up you.
Alright, so the last credit for this event.
We have this gone.
Yeah, man. That gone. This gone. You should have there, man. Nothing's gone. Alright, so the last credit for this event is, here are the numbers. This is a flow card. They love flow in. They can't give it digital people them. It's okay, guys.
Bigger, better,
Ensure to come tomorrow. Ensure to come on the $20 party tomorrow. So here we go. So that's 74113 8831 24289. So once more, that is 74113 8831 24289.
It's numbers. Come on. All right.
And that's it, guys.
Well, we have this.
Ready for that?
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
We're gonna ask.
This is so pretty, guys. This is pink.
Alright, so let me ask you the question.
And ask me first.
No.
Let me just give me give now. This is a lip gloss, and this is a hair slide and pins and a scrunchie. Not scrunchie like what he said, but a scrunchie. And this is sponsored by 876 Glass. Alright, so if you have a girlfriend, a sister, it don't have to be a girl that answer this question.
Why is Brenda harassing me?
But if you answer the question, you get this package, this lovely package courtesy of 876 Glass. All right. So the final question for the day is.
All right. So who is the program director for EDPT?
Yeah. Who is the program director for EDPT?
EDPT.
Who is that? Let's see in the chat, guys. First person to come in. All right, so congratulations, Tanisha. Tanisha says she got the credit. Wonderful. Congrats to you. You get credit, yeah. Boo.
This way. We have a banner. Banner this way.
All right, so Omaria Brown said Everton Lewis. Is it Everton Lewis?
Wrong.
That's incorrect, Omaria Brown.
Try again, close though.
Please try once
It's
more.
Everton.
Everton. Javid said repeat the question. All right, so the question was.
Who is the program director for EDPT? What does EDPT?
Entertainment design.
Yes, entertainment design.
Guys, act like you don't know.
Yeah.
We just give the prize for the just answer confidence, you know?
Production.
No.
Investor.com say Dr. Lewis.
We can't get a
But
first
that's
name.
not his.
No.
That's not
We
his
need a first name.
Anybody can name Dr. Lewis. You name Dr. Lewis?
No, we don't name Dr. Lewis.
You don't name so, but anybody can.
Really? Yeah, find out.
Yeah, but who is the?
We need a first name. We can fast. We're wrapping up now, guys.
Yeah, man. Last question.
And we have one more of this to give away. Alright, take the time.
Oh. Alright, so. Alright, guys, so I guess no one wants it, but that's not it for today. You guys can see us tomorrow. So, thank you guys for joining us today. And once more, my name is Kiana James.
And I'm Joshua Bird.
And have a great evening, everybody.
Take care now.
Is it? Say them is. Say them is bad, them is not. Load up a clip, let the pan belly one. Shoot the AK knife and put a rifle there with the scope on the stand.
For me, east side dance, if you repeat the pinhead, mothers fresh up Pakistan, we will squeeze the Benelli, hey, Parkan, when my buck him not the lane, that's the guy never partial, kill it. Banks a boy fit, Maro get passport, I suppose them, east not the top, shot in on everything you ring.
Roll out camera, is it Mr. Universe? Crazy, give them a brick with a easy enchant. But even think na sweat job fling them on the sextant. I'm married in peasant, bone and muscle with the tendon. Some rhyme them tight like me squeeze them extra. Secret them well at a big fire keep on get gas. Yes sir, from scratch and build my method. Begin with the pressure, insist for the things that very special. Mafia this and that mighty them is what that take a temperature.
You know see them a just come.
Special mafia this and that mighty them is what that take a temperature. You cannot touch it with special mafia.
The six them full of the custom. Then I'm done. Yeah, custom whip. Man a push a gun and a puff gum and it's in the chase rum. Man a loyal six brother winner just cut them young. Who they gas them a musty pet come. Me catch you next level fever. Me have the symptom.
Nobody drop it.
Custom. Yo, Robert. Custom. You know see them a just come. The six them full of the custom. Yeah man. The six them full of the custom. Then I'm done. Yeah, custom whip. Man a push a gun and a puff gum and it's in the chase rum. Man a loyal six brother winner just cut them young. Who they gas them a musty pet come. Me catch you next level fever. Me have the symptom. We no normal like down syndrome. 6 mil a day, that's how me income. And the six them hotter down when lava the butt. Yes, dark to me nice. Fed the punch just bro, got check the price. Watch them up, watch it out. Man a creep up on them detect the 6 like next level, 6 level. With them on the higher I6 real combined with Air Force 9. Man a top chopper, I'm on top about client. OSJ, them know we a giant. We a custom shirt, custom pants, custom belt, custom shoes, custom hat, custom mud thing when daddy want touch touchdown, then street. Custom bimmer, custom broad, custom market, custom. Believe me, a girl where you custom. I'm a thing when that one touchdown. Yeah. Speaking of custom, everything new me now fi dust down. iPhone that mix with the Samsung, get a girl easy, me now fi random. Me travel with 6 pockets and 6 condoms. Some of them girl yeah travel with handgun. Ding ding, tell a bad girl they for calm down. Can't bring the 6 reputation dog. Custom shirt, custom pants, custom belt, custom shoes, custom hat, custom mud thing when daddy one touchdown. Ben Street, custom bimmer, custom broad, custom market, custom. Believe me, a girl where you custom. I'm a thing when daddy one touchdown. Yeah, custom whip, man a push a gun, and a puff gum, and it's in the chase rum. Man a loyal 6 brother when I just cut them young. Who they gas them a musty pet cup. Me catch next level fever. Me have the symptom. We don't know man like down syndrome. 6 mil a day. That time me income and the 6 them hotter than when love at the butt. Yeah, custom shirt, custom pants, custom belt, custom shoes, custom hat, custom mud thing when daddy one touchdown. Ben Street, custom bimmer, custom